Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to find and analyze literary language in the first pages of the text Speak. So please make sure that you have a copy right now as well as a dictionary. If you don't, please get up quickly and grab one. Okay, so first let's start our lesson with the do now. Okay, now for the do now, okay? You will, actually, can we have somebody read the aim, please?
Can I?
Sure, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Next time, please raise your hand. So here we go.
How will we deconstruct and analyze figurative language in first pages of the text Speak?
Very good, thank you so much. Now, for the do now, you will match the word with the correct image. Yes, I know the images are not there, they'll be there in a minute. Now, if you are on level, you're going to match the words with the images, then turn and talk to your partner and discuss your answers. If you are advanced, or if you want to challenge yourself, you're going to define the literary elements, then turn and talk and discuss the answers with your partner. Now, let's move on to the images. You're going to have 5 minutes for this. Please let me know if you have any questions about the do now. Okay, I'll be walking around to make sure that everybody is on task. All right, pen to paper right now. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, very good. I love how Maria is taking notes right now. Also, table 3 on this side is doing an amazing job. Everybody's quickly working on this. Very nice. That table on the back, I see that you're going back to your notes, and yes, your notebook is your best friend, so always make sure you refer to it. Okay, all right. And if you were not here yesterday, please make sure you talk to a classmate, okay, so that you can catch up with the vocabulary. So at this point, you should be discussing the answers with your group. Okay, and you have about 25 seconds left. Okay, please get ready to share your answers and your classmates' answers. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now to keep this fair, I'm gonna use my equity sticks. Okay, and if your name comes out, I would like you to please, share your answers with the group. Make sure that your voice is loud and clear. Okay, all right, Natalia?
Yes? Okay. So, well, I thought each of these photos was described, which each word was, sorry, I'm just,
Well, how about we start with defining each one of them?
Yes. So,
Okay.
C as quick as a wink is,
Well, actually, I will. How about you define each one of the words here? Hyperbole, simile, and metaphor. Do you remember what they mean? What's the difference?
Yes,
Let's go with something easy. Okay.
I remember.
All right, go for it.
Okay. So a hyperbole is an exaggeration of something. A simile is
Hold on a second. Does the whole class agree with this? It's a hyperbole, an exaggeration of something. Just go thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs down if you disagree. And then just go like this if you're not sure. And that's okay. Okay, very good. So yes, that's correct. All right, Natalia, please keep going.
Number 2, a simile is making a comparison using like or as.
Does the whole class agree with this? Very good. Yes, he uses like or as. Very good. Now the last one is
a metaphor, and
Mhm.
a metaphor is technically the same thing as a comparison. You're just not using like or as.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, Natalia, for your definition. So now I'm gonna move on to the next slide. I would like you to compare your answers. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, Natalia's definition was really good, as well as all of yours. And A, B, and C. A was a metaphor, B is hyperbole, and 2 is a simile. All right, so we're doing really good. Okay, now I hope that, for your homework, you had to read the first pages. Okay, now let's move on how to find the literary elements here. Okay, so now we're gonna read it all together. Okay, and please open up your books to page 3. Okay, so everybody should be here on this page. Okay, very good, very good. And so we're gonna have the first page. We're gonna listen it on YouTube. You're also gonna have the link to this so that you can listen to it multiple times and pause and go as you wish. Okay. Additionally, after we read the first part, I'm gonna be assigning different parts to each one of you. Let's start.
First marking period. Welcome to Meriwether High. It is my first morning of high school. I have 7 new notebooks, a skirt I hate, and a stomachache. The school bus wheezes to my corner. The door opens and I step up. I am the first pickup of the day. The driver pulls away from the curb while I stand in the aisle. Where to sit? I've never been a backseat waste case. If I sit...
Hold on one second. I need to make sure that everybody's please paying attention, okay? And right now you're looking for any literary element, okay? Also, remember, you're annotating as we're reading this, okay? We're using the Newton symbols to annotate. So make sure you refer to the chart.
Middle, a stranger could sit next to me. If I sit in the front, it'll make me look like a little kid. But I figure it's the best chance I have to make eye contact with one of my friends, if any of them have decided to talk to me yet. The bus picks up...
Did anybody find maybe a literary element in this first paragraph? Okay, let's continue then.
4 or 5. As they walk down the aisle, people who were my middle school lab partners or gym buddies glare at me. I close my eyes. This is what I've been dreading. As we leave the last stop, I am the only person sitting alone. The driver downshifts to drag us over the hills. The engine clanks, which makes the guys in the back holler something obscene. Someone's wearing too much cologne. I try to open my window, but the little latches won't move. A guy behind me unwraps his breakfast, shoots the wrapper at the back of my head. It bounces into my lap. A ho-ho. We pass janitors painting over the signs in front of the high school. The school board has decided that Meriwether High, home of the Trojans, didn't send that strong abstinence message, so they've transformed us into the Blue Devils. Better the devil you know than the Trojan you don't, I guess. School colors will stay purple and gray. The board didn't want to spring for new uniforms. Older students are allowed to roam until the bell, but 9th graders are herded into the auditorium. We fall into clans: jocks, country clubbers, idiot savants, cheerleaders, human waste, Eurotrash, future fascists of America, big hair chicks, the Marthas, suffering artists, thespians, goths, shredders. I am clanless. I wasted the last week of August watching bad cartoons.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause here. Did anybody find any literary elements so far? Okay, so let's move on to our next slide. Okay. So we just read a short section from the early part of the novel Speak. Okay, so we have 3 sections here. We have Welcome to Meriwether High. Then we have Spotlight, pages 7 through 9, and then we have Sanctuary. Okay, So group 1, you're going to read Welcome to Merryweather. Group 2, you're going to read Spotlight. And group 3 will read Sanctuary. Okay? Now, once you read this, or as you read it, you will identify examples of the literary devices in the section from Speak. Write a brief explanation and why the author chose to use 2 or more of the identified literary devices. So what I'm going to show you first is how to find a literary device. So let me move on. So part 1. So if you look at page 3, there's one there, okay? Natalia, could you please read this quote from page 3?
The school bus wheezes to my corner.
Thank you. Okay, so now I would like you to please take about 1 minute to figure out what kind of literary element this is and why. Okay, and time's up. I'm going to use an equity stick. Okay. All right. Okay, Carla. So what literary device is being used in this quote?
I say the literary device that's used in this quote is hyperbole because a bus obviously can't wheeze. But then it could also be a metaphor because it's not using like an as, but if the bus is really old and cranky, it could sound like wheezing.
Okay, so it's either a hyperbole or a metaphor. Okay, so Natalia says it could be a hyperbole. Can we have somebody else? It could be an exaggeration, right? But it could also be a metaphor because it's being compared. Anybody else? Okay, so you think that it could be also a personification? Why? Okay, yes, that's true, because in this case, right, they're given some personality to the bus. It's saying that the bus is able to wheeze. Okay, so yes, this could be tricky, but that's what you're going to be working on this today. Now, also, if we look at the context, right, that's how it starts. The school bus whizzes to my corner. The door opens and I step up. Okay. All right, very good. So I'd like you now to get to your groups, read your parts, and figure out number 2. On page 5, you're going to see that it says, a predator approaches. Okay, let's go with group 1. Okay, you are expected to read the first pages. So let's go to page 5. Okay, a predator approaches. So let's read the entire paragraph, okay, so we can understand it better. I stand in the center aisle of the auditorium, a wounded zebra in a National Geographic special. Okay, rewind. I stand in the center aisle of the auditorium, a wounded zebra in a National Geographic special, looking for someone, anyone, to sit next to. A predator approaches. Gray jock buzz cut, whistle around a neck thicker than his head, probably a social studies teacher hired to coach a blood sport. So who is she referring to and what literary device is being used here? Okay, group. So what do we have here then? Yeah, anybody in the group can answer this.
Hey, look, me and technically also my group think that we think that it's a hyperbole because it's technically exaggerating about the teacher being a predator.
Okay.
Because in one of the lines it says probably a social studies teacher. So it's comparing technically a human to a predator because she called herself a wounded zebra in the National Geographic, and if a predator is coming, she's comparing her to the zebra and him to the predator as in natural life.
So your group agrees then that this is a hyperbole? Because
my group agrees.
Because the social studies teacher is being compared to a predator, and she is comparing herself, to A zebra.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
All right.
I said wait.
Hold on 1 second. We will continue this. 1 second.
No wait.